What do you want?" He jumped to his feet and stood watching his phone. It lay on its side. On the screen, his wife walked backwards across their kitchen. He fought the urge to shout out. It would achieve nothing, and he didn't want to risk being cut off. A hand in a black leather glove came into view on the far left side of his screen. It held a small axe. Hand and axe moved forward. His wife had come to a halt, backed up against their new cooker, only just in his view. The figure now appeared at the opposite end of the screen, moving forward slowly and deliberately. The man was dressed in black, with a balaclava that revealed a slither of white skin in the eye-holes. The man walked in front of the window, and the screen went dark, like an eclipse. Then the camera slowly refocused. His wife's hands dropped to her side. He saw her eyes dart around the kitchen. There was a knife block to her right, dead center of his screen. The intruder was probably closer, but if she was fast, she could get to it first. But that axe! No, she didn't stand a chance. The axe was held high. It glinted in the sunlight. He could see Shelley trying to sidle towards the camera and away from the threat. She came up against the fridge and stopped. She closed her eyes. The blade now rested on her nose. Even with the restricted view of a small screen, he could see clearly what was happening and what was about to happen. She was totally helpless. The man's voice came through the speakers. "Sit on the floor!" He heard Shelley's terrified whimper. She stayed on her feet. "Sit on the fucking floor, bitch!" Her legs seemed to fold up beneath her. "Move and I will put this through your fucking skull. Do you understand me?" 20 miles away, frozen to the spot, her husband could no longer see her. The intruder stood in his kitchen, pointing the axe downwards. Then he turned and looked straight at the phone. "Barry Lance, I know who you are. I know that every day you call your wife at this time. I know you're in your office at Langthorne House right now, and I will know if you mention anything that has happened at your home to your colleagues. Do you understand?" Barry replayed the message in his mind. The voice wasn't familiar. He bent towards the phone. "You leave my wife alone!" It was all he could manage. The man suddenly filled the screen. Then all Barry could see was black material. He had picked up the phone. "If you inform your colleagues, I will kill your wife with an axe in her skull. If you do not follow my instructions to the letter, I will kill your wife with an axe in her skull. Do not do anything stupid, Barry Lance. I am not blessed with patience or mercy." Barry seized his phone. He had to hold it in both shaking hands. His jaw was clamped shut. "I choose an axe not because it makes it easy. It doesn't. I choose an axe because it makes it fun. Do you understand? Or do I need to provide you with a live demonstration?" "No! God, no! What instructions? What do you want?" Barry held his breath.
"You can start by answering the phone."
The picture disappeared, and the screen displayed "connection lost." Barry stared at it. What did he mean, answer the phone? Who was he? What just happened? He looked helplessly around his office, and then heard a shrill ring. He followed the sound upwards to a black mobile phone taped roughly to the ceiling, vibrating with an incoming call. It was directly above the desk, and Barry kicked over a lamp in his hurry to clamber up. He had to steady his hands as he picked at the tape. "Yes!" Barry remained standing on his office desk.
"Good. You will need to follow my instructions if you want your wife to live."
The voice was clearer now. "What instructions?"
"All in good time. Right now, you have a meeting to go to. Put this phone in your pocket. I'll be speaking to you later in the day."
The call ended, and Barry stood looking at the phone. He ought to know how these things worked. He was a trained negotiator, for God's sake. It was just that right now he couldn't remember what he had learned. He wasn't thinking straight. He knew the man was giving himself time to move Shelley. He also knew that if the bastard was any good, it would be impossible to find her once he had done so. And Barry was 20 miles away. This man knew who he was, knew where he lived, and who his wife was.